The achievement gap between our Bridgeport children and its surrounding communities has remained stagnant for the past 4 years. Only 1 in 4 elementary school children are reading on grade level. 96% of Bridgeport elementary schools perform below the state average. Only 1 in 10 high school students are on grade level in math or reading. Only half of Bridgeport students graduate from high school. Of the half that do graduate from high school, many leave with the skills of an 8th grader.
You gotta understand, the board that we had was so bad, but they weren't interested in the school records, the class records, the grades.
The adults couldn't get their act together.
They weren't evaluating teachers, they weren't evaluating principals.
It just sounds ridiculous that you never evaluate your teachers or your administrators.
So we had an ever more expensive school system and an ever declining output through the grades.
Students are not doing well in the city of Bridgeport. That is our challenge.
It's boring. I didn't like going to school.
What was your grades like in the public school?
Bad. Sometimes neutral.
Last year we had a bunch of old textbooks from like the 90s or 80s.
This is now 75% of kids who are not going to be reading at grade level. And you can't tell their parents that it's okay or that we can wait another 4 years to figure this out.
In just 9 months, the state-appointed Board of Education was able to make dramatic improvements for Bridgeport students and teachers. They worked together to close the deficit. Teachers and guidance counselors kept their jobs, high schools kept their sports teams, and students stayed in their appropriate grades. The appointed Board of Education engaged parents and caretakers in a meaningful way, resulting in a district-wide parent engagement policy change to reflect the wants and needs of the parent and caretaker community.
What we've seen over the last 9 months is a board that's able to communicate effectively and get things done.
New school buildings, seniors at Central, Harding, and Bassett going to college for free.
We are now providing our high school seniors with the opportunity to take college-ready courses their senior year for free.
Bridgeport's going to go from 4 high schools to 8 high schools next year, with a whole bunch of the focus on science and technology.
The technology one particularly interests me.
He was having hard times with reading, but his teacher constantly kept me updated on things that I needed to do at home to help him to reach his goal where he's at now.
And what are your grades like now?
A's.
All A's, 1 B?
No, just all A's.
So all A's.
Children's ability when they come to school, they'll want to come to school. They know that there's a support group out there all working together to give them the quality education.
They got new textbooks for the first time in 10 years.
And how is it different now?
It's been a lot more organized, so it makes you feel more like the teachers are sure of themselves and it feels more comfortable to be around them.
And now we have this opportunity to make a really positive change for our kids in Bridgeport.
A kid only has a chance at 1 5th grade, or 1 1st grade, or 1 senior year in high school. You can't punt on life.
If we want progress to continue for our children, on November 6th, vote yes for charter reform.